it's Amanda, and I'm coming to you with day 11. Today's the 10th, so 11? Day 11 of 30 Inks, 30 Days. Today we're going to use one of the ones that I discarded earlier. We're going to go ahead and use Tono and Lim's Opal, mostly because I don't write as much during the weekend. As much as I would love to like journal a whole bunch and do a lot of things, I just don't. I'm like sleeping or just... yeah, reading a book or playing video games. I'm just not writing as much, even though I would have way more time to do so. I just don't take advantage of that. So we're going to go ahead and use this because I don't know that I'm going to like this that much. I just don't know that I'm going to like it that much. Oh, I was going to get my transcription project because I'm actually caught up. Let me go grab that and then I can show you where we are. Okay, so this is a Wonderland 222 notebook. It's an A5 size. It has 368 pages. And I have been using this to transcribe The Great Gatsby. And, yeah, so I thought we'd share. So I got this date out of order. I was filling pages ahead, so I didn't have to guess which pen to grab, and I totally forgot to write this one in. So so we have Winter Sunrise, which is so beautiful. And then I have Diamond Salamander and the Pilot Falcon. This one writes a little too, I'm finding that I love to try to keep within the grid if I have a fine enough nib, but when I have like a medium or a broad nib, it just gets too cramped and I don't like the way that looks. So if it's a fine nib or an extra fine nib, I will do each line, but if it's a bigger nib or one that just seems super juicy, I am skipping a line. So that's what we did with this. It sucks because that means I'm not writing with it as much, but it looks a lot nicer. It's easier to read because sometimes even when I do have a finer nib, it's like kind of all sucked together. So I'm actually about 50%, 49 or 50% through The Great Gatsby. And so it's not going to use this whole book. Like if this is 50%, like I'm going to be able to fit a whole nother book in here at least. So I've decided that when I'm done with this, I'm going to also transcribe The Outsiders because that's another short book. And I think it will fit in here. So I'll just put like a tab where the next book begins. This is our Mystic Storm. I probably could have like scrunched this together, but it was just writing so juicy that I chose not to. I had a Sailor medium nib, and so I just chose not to. And that Bennu tribute with Alexandrite. Excuse me. I have been sitting here. I filmed a video already. We've had my video sneeze. Why am I sneezing now? What I'm not certain about is this ink does have shimmer, but it's so subtle that I don't really see it in here very much. Oh, this Tono and Lim's Amethyst, I just love it. I just love it. There is some slight shimmer, but it's very subtle. It's not like in your face. And I just love the shading I get out of writing with this pen. This is my Pelikan M605 with a medium nib. Oh, it's gorgeous. I really enjoyed writing with this. And I wish it wasn't such a broad nib because I would have liked to have a whole page of that. This is, I think you can see, this is Crazy Penguin, which has some of that green shimmer. And if I wasn't, like wriggling the pen throughout the writing, we just get this really pretty purple. And I also really enjoyed this. It's dry out of the pen, and so I kept priming the feed, which is kind of why you see these instances where there's a lot of shimmer. It's me priming the feed to get the ink to look a little darker and feel a little wetter, but it was really beautiful. I don't feel like I need a bottle of this, but I will enjoy it when I use my sample. Next up we have Floating Cat, which is also really beautiful. Again, this is a broad nib, so I did single spacing. And then we have Wiringle the Young King. Actually, this is where Cacao Brazil should have been. It should have been Floating Cat and then Cacao do Brazil. But I, apparently when I was pre-filling out the bottom here, I do that so when I get behind, I know which pen to grab. And I'm actually not behind right now. We're right on track. So I missed the page. So what I ended up doing is I just put it at the end of what I'd written. So we have the Young King. This is a really pretty red. I really enjoyed writing with this. I used this a lot in my planner as well, and it was just really a joy to write with. And today we're using the Sailor Manyo Budo. Some really nice shading. It's a dark blue, so the shading doesn't look terrible, but it does give it some variation and some interest. And this is a pretty juicy ink out of this pretty juicy nib. And then we have what is currently my favorite ink of the month so far. It's this Cacao du Brazil. This has been such a surprise and such a joy. I want to get this in maybe a medium nib, since that's my preferred nib size, just to see what it looks like in my preferred nib. But I really enjoyed it in this Pelican extra fine nib, and the nib was bouncy. It's a steel nib, but it's still really bouncy and really fun to write with, and you get some line variation and there's some shading, and I really love this. And then, yeah, and then we'll put our ink for today here. So yeah, so that's my transcription project so far, and the 30 inks. Yeah, I've been keeping up with it, so I'm really proud of myself. I was behind, like, I think I got up to Floating Cat, and then, no, I think I was behind a few days, and then I caught up yesterday because work was really slow. So I took my lunch break time to kind of fill it out. Here's our calendar. Love, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And here's yesterday's splat. Now that it's dry, the black, what I thought was black kind of looks like it could be a little red, but it's very subtle. It's very, very subtle, and you hardly see it. And I barely see it I don't think I see it in the writing at all. But if you're laying down ink, it can be. But it's not in your face, and it's not too crazy. So I'm not mad about it. So we'll move that up, and we'll get started. The pen I'm going to use today is a Kaweco Sport. This has a broad nib. This is the Frosted Coconut, and Frosted Coconut comes with a silver nib, but I took it out and replaced it with a black coated nib and put a black clip on it because I just think that's cool. There's a bunch of my friends, we all sort of got one at the same time. It's like the Frosted Coconut Club. And I don't know, did everybody do this? I don't remember if everybody swapped out the black nib, or if maybe they did a black clip. I don't remember exactly, but we all had one. And yeah, I don't know if we still all have one. I've kind of not lost touch with them, but just, we're not, yeah, as close as we were at the time when we bought this pen together. Okay, so let's fill our pen. Okay, we got some bubbles in there, which I'm not too fond about, but I don't think even of a Kaweco Sport that I need a full fill of this. I really don't think I'm going to be using it much. Maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, ink. Prove me wrong. This is a shimmer, so I'm going to close it because I will have to shake it, and I don't want to get it everywhere. I hope this looks pretty next to the blue, though. Maybe this would be a good ink for my movie star. We'll see. Oh, it's very light. Oh, that's not so bad. No, we'll see. Very it feels kind of dry, and I'm not sure if that's the ink or if it's because I wiped too much off the nib. I don't want this to bleed, so I'm going to kind of, there. Tono and Limbs Opal. I kind of don't like this at all. That's okay though. I don't have to like every ink that I use, you know? I'm gonna try to prime the feet a little bit. Oh, actually, should I just dip it? I'll just dip it. That's a lot less messy, maybe. Got this right there, so we'll just try to use that to sort of wet our whistle. Maybe it's because it's so light. Tono and Limbs Opal. We do need to do a swatch card. I hope you did not hear my stomach right now. I am hungry, I need to eat, but I wanted to do this before I start making lunch. I just have to boil water for macaroni and cheese. I might need a different brush. These might be too used at this point. Oh, this one's okay. Again, this sample comes to us from Venice Pens. I got this ink not because I liked the color, but because my birthstone is opal, and I wanted to see Tono and Limbs version of an opal. I don't think this is it. This is not it if I were choosing. Too much yellow. Maybe the swatch will be pretty though. It does have some like golden shimmer in it. I'm not sure if it's golden shimmer or champagne shimmer. Add a little more. I'm much more looking forward to the inks I plan to use Monday and Tuesday. And if you have seen my recent unboxing video, you will know what I'm talking about. So there is some shimmer. It's, I don't know, oh, this is so overexposed because of the light. There's some shimmer in here. I'm seeing it in the Tono. It's very subtle though, very subtle shimmer. And I'm seeing it in the scribble. Hold on, let me zoom in. See if that helps. It's becoming more legible as it dries. At least on the card. I'm still not loving it. I knew this was not going to be a favorite though, so I'm not mad about it. I cleaned this syringe out, but it was dirty. Okay. Again. I'm going to do it a few times because I'll mix it up too with the shimmer. Oh, zoom back out so we can see. Spot, 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 spot. This ink is not going to be for everybody. I don't find it very pleasing on the eyes. It's more legible as it dries, but it's still like, no. I can't see some of the shimmer in it. Again, the shimmer is very subtle, but it is there. I'm not sure if it's coming out on camera very well, but it exists. I can see it if I'm looking for it, you know? Blech. Okay. frosted cocoa nuts. That's really fun to say. The swipe is like non-existent. Almost. Yeah, it's very dry to write with. I'm not enjoying this very much. Thankfully it's a broad nib, so that means I will go ahead and skip lines. What I don't know is if it's dry because there's shimmer stuck in the feed, or if it just needs to be... The shimmer is in the converter. I don't know if you can see it swirling around. It looks very pretty in its liquid form. Very nice. Oops. I'm doing my best to get this ink everywhere. Here we go. This needs to dry, of course. I feel like we're gonna pull the text from the page before over. This one's not my favorite, guys. And I knew that. I knew that going in, but I was swayed by the opalness of it all. Now the spot is very interesting. There's some like gray haloing around the edges where there's lots of ink, and I think that's very interesting. That's very interesting. I'm seeing it on the swatch card as well. Not quite as gray, maybe a little more tan. That also looks like there's a cat hair in it. But maybe the grayness of it all is what makes this ink semi-legible. We're watching ink dry, guys. It's not even a pretty one. Okay, it's kind of pretty, but like, not really. The shimmer, I feel like the shimmer is, I almost can't see it on here. Maybe it's still too wet, but yeah, this is not my favorite one, you guys, and that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. But we tried it. It's out of the bag of doom now, and yeah, there we go. What did you think of this ink? Does this ink scream opal to you? Because it does not scream opal to me, even in the slightest. Nothing wrong with that. I disagree. If I were going to choose one of the Tono Limbs gemstone inks to be my birthstone, it would be the Burma Tourmaline, which is a pink ink and much prettier. Or obviously the amethyst, but I'm not a February baby. I can get away with a pink tourmaline. Tourmaline? Because that's like the alternative stone for October. But yeah, I think it looks nice next to the blue, however, because I do have that blue and gold obsession, even though I hate gold. Blue and gold is chef's kiss. But yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, well that's our ink for today. And I'll see you again tomorrow, day 12 of 30 inks, 30 days. Hopefully I choose a better one. Although I might just finish out this baggie, and this is going to be a black with some, I don't know if this is rose gold or copper shimmer, but this seems interesting. So yeah, so I think we're going to finish out the week with this. Spoiler alert, I guess. It's called Buddhist Altar, but the name is much longer than that. So I'm going to have to look up what that full name is. But yeah. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments of this ink, and let me know if you made it this far. What's your birthstone? If you feel like sharing. And if you don't want to tell me your actual birthstone, what's your favorite gemstone? Yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Love you. Bye.